Hey folks, back again. Just a wonderful early winter spring day here, and we were getting hit with some weird snow showers earlier this morning, but then really just kind of started cleaning up, and the sun's out and it's probably about 50 degrees out here. But I just wanted to take some time and show you what I've done with temporary electric fencing and some of the problems we were having. So this old fence here with these old cedar posts were rotting out at the base, and the fence is getting really loose, and if an animal wanted to, they could just probably push their way through it. Indy, get out of the way. Come here. So what I did here is these fiberglass poles go for about $3 a piece. Get out of the way, bud. And you get your mallet out and hammer them in, and I made a little bit of a triangle brace on the corners, and I'm using a tensioner here, and we have an aluminum single strand aluminum that I have connected to a solar charger, and we'll walk down to that. And I have it just pulled tight enough to get the slack out of it, but it's pretty loose. I don't want to touch it because it is hot right now. I do have it kind of tied into the corner over here, and it's really just to prevent any of the cows from wiggling their head around and trying to get past the fence, especially some of those younger calves and stuff. But as we go, we have this single strand aluminum, which is kind of hard to see in the camera, but I'll just walk us down here to one of the spots are how we kind of have the fence built out. So this is about 1,300 feet all the way down from this end. Indy, get over here, bud. Down to that end down there at the other end of the property. And in between, I was putting these posts. Again, they're fiberglass posts. These are 3/8 diameter. And Indy, get out of the way. Come on. That fence is hot, so I'm concerned about the dog. But with these little, get out of the way. These little plastic connectors, I can set the fence height at any length I want. And then the rod itself was about $2 a piece, plus the little connector. You get them in the bags at like 25. So it's about $1 or $2.30 to put up one of these little rods, and you space them out across the property. Here's one of our pregnant cows. We'll be expecting in April, so should be fun. We get to this creek bed, and a lot of folks, have a lot of crazy ways of hooking up electric fencing and what you should or shouldn't do. But sure enough, this last winter, hey, Indy, we had a week of like -11 degrees out, and of course cows wanted to go out and visit the neighbors across the other side of the fence. So what I originally did with this single strand aluminum, it runs all the way across, and as we go across the creek bed, it just went straight across over to the other side, so it didn't drop down into the valley or into the bed itself. So what I did is I just tied off another strand of aluminum, tied it to this what I have tied into that fiberglass post, and started stringing it up down through the bottom using those temporary posts, and just kind of kept on running them down across the creek bed. And I was out here doing it during the freezing cold, and setting up our electric fencing. That way we could make sure we keep some happy neighbors and stuff like that. So what's nice about this setup is that it didn't require a lot of tension or tools. I just pulled it hand taut. That way there was no sagging points, and it was good to go. So that's one thing you want to avoid having is little debris and things on your fence posts. But again, you guys can see it. It's not like there's a lot of tension on any of this. It's just there, and it keeps the cows from touching it, and they'll put their nose to it, and they find out real quickly that that's not something they want to be messing around with. So let me get you up here. You see how we have it again tied off, 2 pieces, and then just a little bit over here we have our You see how bad that fence is sagging. But it'd be a lot of money to put all new posts in and fence work in to keep this from to rebuild that permanent fencing. So it's a lot easier to set an offset fence up and you know, keep the cows from touching it. So here's our solar charger, and then have it hooked up to the fence here with the red, and then down below I have my grounding rod, and this goes all the way down the fence line down to that corner, which is probably too hard to see. So easy way, probably have no more than $200 in materials besides the fence charger here. The fence charger here was, I think they're going for $250 or $300. Gallagher's kind of expensive, but for just getting going and trying to figure this all out, it seemed like the smartest thing to do, and it's been working well for us so far. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.